Well, hello, wonderful students of 2D design. What did we do in week 6? Let's take a look at that. We watched a video about making a schedule in a way that works with the creative brain that you have. You may not have ADHD like the hosts of this video, but you are nearly halfway through your first semester of art fundamentals.
Then here's my question. How do you even begin to create a schedule? I don't understand how long my creative tasks will take. They could take a day, they could take 5 days, and I just don't know. And I'm starting to realize this is my aversion to schedules is it's so many opportunities to fail. If I don't set myself up for these are the things that I'm going to accomplish and this is when, then I can't fail. Anything that I do that day is a success. As soon as I have a schedule, I can fail. Like, not only can I, but I do constantly throughout the day, and it just makes me aware of my deficits.
I like to think that there's no such thing as failure. There's success and there's learning. Right. Easier said than done, though. Right. As people with ADHD, we have, unfortunately, a very, our sort of resume of failures is bigger than we want. So there's a lot of shame that's involved in that. It's understandable where there's a sort of resistance to it, because why would you want to continue to set yourself up to fail at stuff?
If you're having trouble keeping up with the workload, this video has some wonderful tips for you, such as writing down how long you think a task takes, and then timing the task to see how long it actually takes, and writing down that number too. Keep a log of the times for reference. Timing how long it takes you to do homework helps you understand how long it will take you to do any unfinished homework. Aside from homework and school-related tasks, it's also super useful to time everyday tasks. How long do you need to get ready in the morning? How long does it take to prepare and eat dinner? The other 2 tips in the video that I keep in mind whenever I need to get things done are making time for setup and cleanup. They take time, and I always include them in my schedule. If I don't, I wind up getting way less done than I want to, and that makes me blame myself for being useless and feel like I'm not good enough to do the most basic things. By the way, if you ever think you're not good enough just because you can't do things as well as others, give yourself a break. You're fine. Set a timer to 5 minutes and just close your eyes. Focus on breathing. Focus on breathing slowly and watch all those self-judgy thoughts pass through your mind without judgment. The other tip I keep in mind is that I need time to transition from one task to another. Transitions always take time, so take time on purpose to transition. I usually need to do something fun, like play a game or chat with a friend that I want to catch up with. I know I have to be mindful of my transition times, so I usually set a timer for that too. We looked at Gestalt psychology. Gestalt. So the Gestalt video on Slate sums up the main points, and the PDF outlines the elements with more examples. What is Gestalt? In visual terms, Gestalt is the way our brains are able to take in all individual details and pieces and the parts that we see, ignore the parts that don't matter, and group the parts that do matter into larger groups, into larger objects and patterns. Our brains are pattern-seeking machines that never shut off. We see faces everywhere. And plants that look like human body parts. And dog butts.
No.
That look like
What the hell?
other things. This example shows the interplay between ground and figure. Or put another way, we're looking at an image that shows 2 things at once. It's a white vase with a black background, and it's 2 silhouettes of heads facing each other with a white background. It's both at the same time. The black defines what we see in the white, and the white defines what we see in the black. This video gives this idea a whole new dimension. literally. So what are you looking at? What do you think it is? Let's look at it again. Let's look at the same thing zoomed out a little bit. It's a black vase spinning in front of a white background. So we have something similar going on with Project 2, but it's all two-dimensional. If we were building your composition in the real world, your 8-inch by 10-inch layout is like a sheet of white paper. Your letter is cut out of black paper, and it sits on top of the white sheet. Your animal is cut out of white paper, and it sits on top of your letter. The details you see in your animal are actually holes cut out of your white paper. You can see the background poking through there. When you put your animal on top of the letter, you see through the holes, and you see either the white of the paper or you see the black of the letter. Here it is with all those shadows taken off. Just as the black vase creates the shape of the white faces, the black letter creates the shape of the white rabbit. Take the vase away and there are no faces. Take the black letter away and there is no rabbit. These principles of Gestalt are universal and they are part of everything you create. You can't reject it because you are doing it all the time too, without any consent. You can't stop yourself. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't fight it. What you can do is get familiar with these Gestalt principles, use them to help you create better. Creating with Gestalt principles means that other people will understand your creative vision without ambiguity. Gestalt principles don't just help you analyze other people's work with objectivity, they'll help you analyze your own. The Gestalt PDF is right there on Slate. It's right here. It's there for you to take. My advice is take it. It's free. Put it somewhere safe. You're going to need it for the rest of your creative life. Till next time, happy designing. Could I'd like another coffee. Can I get a coffee? Can I get a coffee, please? I need a coffee.